America.
Alex Garcia against Bull Benton, a scheduled 10-rounder. And Garcia sizes up tonight's fight against the Bull, who's coming out of 3-year retirement.
You can't look over anybody. He's a short, stocky guy, you know, former United States champion and world champion. I'm just going to have to, I know he probably got some experience on me, you know, distant, you know, fighting-wise, but I'm just going to have to be in there and be on my toes. I got the reach on him, and I know I can hit harder than him, even though he's a, you know, he comes in, tries to bang your body and get in close. So I'm just going to try to, you know, keep the stick on him, keep him out, so I can land the big one.
Well, with only 18 fights, he's now a suspect trying to develop into a prospect. He realizes his potential and now taking boxing more seriously.
He's landed 13 big ones in his 17 victories and 7 of those knockouts in the first 2 rounds. And he right now warming up, looking across at Bull Benton, the former world cruiserweight champion. He was 190 when he was at his peak in the cruiserweight division, and now comes back at a weight of 208 and a quarter, although he feels he'll be campaigning if he gets through this one and wants to continue on back down in the cruiserweight division if he can get back down there. But he is coming back after 3 years off. He has had time to reflect, and he feels he is returning new and improved.
Well, my desire at one time was just on heart and condition, but now is I done got older in the game. I'm more skilled with condition now, and I honestly feel I'd be more of a better fighter now than I was then. You know, because I got the skill with my side too, and I got the maturity in it, and all of it's now is feeling like it's falling all in place for me, the way it should have been. But since being a late starter, well, there's certain things, you know, if you plant it late, the flower ain't gonna bloom on time.
They will be fighting under the Arizona rules. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. No standing 8 count. You can be saved by the bell only in the final round. And the 10-point must system is involved in the scoring. This is scheduled for 10 rounds. Alex Garcia, who started his career very late at the age of 25. That's when he started his amateur career. In 1 year, he went all the way to the World Cup, winning a silver medal. One of his rare defeats as an amateur at the hands of Teofilo Stevenson. And now he's ranked number 13 in the WBC, and this is his biggest test to date. We're ready for the introductions of the fighters, and let's go to our ring announcer, Jack Budd.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. Your referee from Phoenix, Arizona, Mr. Roger Yanez. Introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the gold trunks with the black trim, weighing in at 208 1/4 pounds. Fighting out of Toledo, Ohio, with a professional record of 17 wins, 5 defeats, 1 draw, 7 knockouts, Bernard Bull Benton. His opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the silver trim, weighed in at 218 pounds, from San Fernando, California, with a professional record of 17 wins, 1 defeat, 13 big knockouts. Here is Alex Garcia. Our referee, Roger Yanez, with the instructions.
Okay, fellas, rules all the same, okay? Mandatory count is in effect. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. If you go down, you cannot be saved by the bell. Shake hands and let's wait for the bell.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds.
Alex Garcia, who has knocked out 10 of his last 11 fighters, and says that he'll be using the jab. Knows that Bull Benton will be coming right at him. Benton, who won the WBC Cruiserweight Championship in 1985 with a 12-round decision over Alfonso Ratliff. It was short-lived. His first defense, he lost in 12 to Carlos De Leon. At that time, Benton stayed out of the ring for a year and a half, thinking about what he should do. came back in '87 and was taken out in one round by Pierre Coxa in South Africa, a man that Benton had beaten earlier in his career. And Benton is locked here in the first by Garcia. Benton, first time in the ring in 3 years. Actually, that Coxa fight, that one-round fight, was the only fight he has had in the last 4.5. And Garcia, who says he wants to keep Benton at arm's length, so he has the power to punch, and he has gotten off some doozies here in the first.
And he's using that left jab here in this first round, in the opening round. That was his fight plan, get that left jab working. Then the other things would work that he could throw.
Benton, meanwhile, says he's going to work the body just from the body up, and that has always been his style.
And he also said, I'm going to stay right in his face. He says, I patterned my style after smoking Joe Frazier. It's a great one to pattern your style after.
Garcia comes in at 218, 10 pounds heavier than Benton. Last couple of fights for Garcia, he was at 227 and 225. And at that time, his people wanted him to beef up, try it out, and he just says he was a little too sluggish, and now showing some speed at 218 pounds. He's in, though, against a pro who is very hard to knock off his feet. The only time that Benton has been stopped was that last fight against Coxa when he came off a 1.5 year layoff. And he is a bull, earned that nickname. So he might be, right now, he's trying to let Garcia punch himself out very early.
And he said in that Coxa fight, he learned not to take his eyes off his opponent. He said in that fight he did, and he paid for it. But he hasn't been taking his eyes off Garcia. Garcia's been knocking his eyes off of him.
Garcia 4 inches taller, peering down on Bull Benton. Benton says his career never completed the way he wanted. He wanted to hold on to that championship a few years and retire as a champ. But he went out after losing in his first defense.
Famous last words, wouldn't we all like that?
15 seconds to go in the first. It is scheduled for 10. And for our local cable systems, we will pause for these messages. You're watching USA's Tuesday Night Fights.
Look for the right hand from Garcia. He went out and he established control early in this round and early in this fight. Here it is. Boom, right there. Walking on spaghetti legs is Bernard Benton. Already, he has tasted the power of Garcia.
Garcia 17-1, 13 knockouts, 7 of those coming in the first 2 rounds. Thought he might have had Benton in that first round.
And he had seen Benton fight against Marvis Frazier. He said Frazier hurt him each round that they boxed. Said that about Benton, he's there and he just keeps coming. So for the fight plan, he's right on track. Garcia using that jab to keep Benton out on the end of his punches.
That fight against Frazier 6 years ago, in which Marvis won a 10-round decision. That was right after Benton had won the USBA Cruiserweight title against Ricky Parkey in 12.
And Benton did say that that was a hometown decision, but of course, everybody believes that it's a hometown decision. Said that first couple of rounds, he did well, but then Marvis Frazier came back.
Benton out of Toledo, Ohio, where he is a barber, a licensed barber. He cuts his own hair, says he'd love to get the Jorge Paez contract.
Right now he's trying to cut Garcia's hair. Giving a lot of room to Garcia. But it's because of the nice left jab from Garcia. Let's hope Garcia doesn't lose it.
Well, one of the biggest bangers of all time, former heavyweight contender Ernie Shavers, now living in Arizona, where he is a minister, and he is watching on at ringside.
Made many heavyweights see the light. He fought Ali, Larry Holmes, Kenny Norton, Ron Lyle, Young, Quarry.
All right, we could start some rumors. Also at ringside tonight, George Foreman.
They both have the same haircut.
Legends of boxing. And there is Garcia, a big shot. Benton is wobbling. Benton on his way. Garcia pounding away. A referee letting them go. Not even corner.
Benton, better get busy. The referee will stop it.
Benton sitting on the ropes. Garcia pounding away here in the second round. The Bull struggling to keep his feet. Referee continues to let it go. The towel has been thrown in, and now the referee stops it. And the fight is over.
Here's a look at the barrage of punches. Right here, a fighter turning his back like that. Surprised Yanez didn't even step in there. And here, Alex Garcia showing us that he has power. Anytime here, the referee could have stepped in and stopped it. In fact, I mentioned that Bernard Benton better get busy or the referee would stop it. But he was getting no help from the referee. All these shots from Garcia. Oh, so dangerous. Good-looking prospect is Garcia.
And look at Benton fighting to stay up.
Really scary for Benton. Bernard Benton.
Who should have just gone down. But Benton, who has had a look at those shots by Garcia. The ref still hasn't stopped it.
And you know, even when he went down, the referee went over and started counting over Bernard Benton, not stopping the fight.
All right, here's Jack Bud.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time 2 minutes 42 seconds into the second round. Referee Roger Yanez stops the bout. The winner of the bout by TKO, Alex Garcia.